What up, guys? Chris. Here to talk about next weekend's Strikeforce semifinals of the heavyweight Grand Prix tournament. Got to say, this event is a little bit under the radar with coming off UFC 134 Rio, the UFC on Fox announcement. The announcement of Velasquez taking on Dos Santos on Fox. So, just this event's kind of being looked over that, plus the removal of Alistair Overeem for the tournament as well, which was a big hit to the tournament in my opinion for fans. And it also, I think, is a clear indication that Strikeforce, especially with removals of guys like Nick Diaz, possibly Dan Henderson, Alistair Overeem, that Strikeforce after this year is pretty much going to be done. They're just going to be absorbed into the UFC, much like WC was after being purchased by Zuffa after a short period of time. Anyways, just going to go over the main card. I'm curious to see how Yoel Romero and Maximo Blanco do in their fights, but unfortunately I don't have HD net, so I'm not going to be able to see those live. But as for the bouts that I know I'm going to see for sure, King Mo Lawal, Muhammad Lawal taking on Hodrick Gracie. The fight was supposed to take place a couple months ago, but I think Hodrick got hurt. Basically, it comes down to this. Both guys, primarily their strengths are on the ground. Mo being a wrestler, Gracie, of course, being one of, if not the best, jiu-jitsu grappler in the world at the moment. But on their feet, I think King Mo is much better. Hodrick Gracie's stand-up is really rudimentary at this moment. Mo's isn't the best, but it's a lot better than Hodger's. I think he wants to keep the fight standing, and if he does, I think he can knock out Hodrick Gracie, who is just, his head movement is not very non-existent. His chin's right there to be taken out. However, if Hodger can get this fight to the ground somehow, which ain't going to be easy, going up against a stud wrestler or a wrestler of Mo's caliber, I think he could submit Mo. Now, Mo is no novice on the ground. He can hang with jiu-jitsu black belts from what I've heard in the gym, but Hodrick Gracie's on another level. So if Hodger can get this fight to the ground, I see him submitting Mo, but I'm going to go with King Mo to win this fight by TKO. I think he's going to hurt Hodger standing and finish him off with strikes. Next up, Strikeforce middleweight champion Ronaldo Jacare Souza defending his title against Luke Rockhold. Gotta go with Jacare here. Rockhold just doesn't have that much experience. Not his fault. Been plagued by injuries as of late in his career. Hasn't fought in a while. Even his last one, he didn't really beat anyone of a substantial opponent. I have no reason not to favor Jacare unless Rockhold can land a bomb on Jacare, who doesn't have the best chin, or has a somewhat suspect chin. I see Jacare winning this fight by submission. So, just think it's too soon for Rockhold at this stage of his career. All right, Strikeforce Grand Prix semifinals. Daniel Cormier, of course, replacing Alistair Overeem. Unfortunately, no disrespect to Cormier, but of course I want to see Overeem see how he do in this tournament. Particularly, he takes on Antonio Bigfoot Silva, but Zuffa removed him, so that's the breaks. In this fight, Daniel Cormier basically is looking to get this fight to the ground. He's got the wrestling background. He's looking to take Bigfoot Silva down and hold him there and, do work there. Not just hold him there, but contain him on the ground for 3 rounds. That's his strategy. Bigfoot probably want to keep this fight standing where he's the better fighter there. Obviously, he's a more well-rounded fighter, but I don't know if he'll submit Cormier, even though he's got some jiu-jitsu. Bigfoot. I think Cormier can get Silva down here and there. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get him down continuously or hold him down for 15 minutes. And if not, I think on the feet, if you saw his fight against Jeff Monson, he's still got a lot of work to do there. So I think Big Silva can exploit that, the holes in his game defensively standing. And so I'm going to go with Antonio Bigfoot Silva to win this fight by TKO. But I would not be shocked if Daniel Cormier wins by decision, just by wrestling and taking him down over time and time again. All right, but it still does suck that it's not Bigfoot against Overeem, even if Overeem's last fight against Verdun was terrible. All right, main event, Josh Barnett taking on Sergey Harritonov. Babyface assassin. Well, that's not what he's even called anymore. I think he's called like the God of War. I don't know what the hell he's going by. Josh Barnett coming off that win over Brett Rogers. Not the most impressive win, but a win nonetheless. Sergey Harritonov coming off that KO over Andrei Arlovsky in the first round of the tournament. I got to go with Barnett in this one. He wants to get this fight to the ground. Harritonov is about as good off his back as Brett Rogers is, so Barnett gets him down there and gets on top. He's going to dominate Harritonov the same way he dominated Brett Rogers. Conversely, Harritonov wants to keep this fight standing. Seems to be a theme of the card, or of my analysis. But if Harritonov can keep this fight standing, he can put hands on Barnett. Definitely the better striker. Barnett's not the worst striker. He's just not as good as Harritonov there. But Barnett does have a solid chin, so he can hang there for a little while if he's not able to get takedowns right away. But he's definitely going to get this fight to the ground, and I think he will. And when he does, I see him submitting Sergey Harritonov somewhere in the second round, probably with like a key lock, Kimura, possibly an arm triangle choke. All right, that's it for now. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on the event, which fights you're looking forward to, who you think's going to win in them. Are you as disappointed as I am that Alistair Overeem is out of the event? I imagine you are. And do you think that this tournament has lost a lot of its luster, so to speak, with Overeem out of it? Just who you favor in the fights and why. Talking about this event and more on this Sunday Science of Violence radio show. Link in the information part of the video, as always, as well as link to scienceofviolence.com and Twitter, my Twitter account. That's it for now, though. Until next time, guys, I'm out.